radical equation, by the way. So that's going to be x squared minus 5x minus 5x and minus 10x. What happened? I'm sorry. Um, minus 10x plus 25, 2x plus 5. And I'm going to set minus 2x, and minus 5, and minus 5. So that's going to be x squared minus 12x plus 20. Is that okay? And that's going to be x 10 and 2, I think. And x is equal to 10 and x is equal to 2. Now, with this answer, I'm going to plug it back in. I need to check for extraneous. You cannot just say that's the answer. Especially on your SAT, you cannot just like this. What happened? So 10 minus 25 is equal to 5. 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. 5 equal to 5. This is check. So 10 check. I don't know if 2 check or not. 10 minus 2 times 2 plus 5. Huh? Oh, this one's, yeah, my bad. This one's 2. Thank you so much. 2 minus is equal to 5. 2 minus 9 equal to 5. 2 minus 3, is that equal to 5? So this is not a solution. This is the only solution. On your test, I'm going to ask you that you have to check for extraneous. Yes. Are you talking about this part? Above that? Because I don't like this one to be negative. So I multiply everything by negative. So if I multiply negative, this becomes positive. If I multiply this by this becomes positive x and negative 5 because it switch all the signs. Ben, do you have other questions? I went over it. Which question I had? Oh, okay. That one's a good question. Hold on, let me go over that one. 2x to the what? Equal to 16x. So this one's a good one. So it'll be 2x to the 4th minus 16x. And what he did, he multiplied by GCF. And this you can factor more by sum and difference of a cube. Do you guys remember that? So it'll be x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 4. Now, which question is this? What? 9. 9 says solve each polynomial equation 1 to 10 by factoring and then using zero product principle. So this definitely x equal to 0, x equal to 2. Now to solve this, there's no other way to solve it. At least not realistically, not real number. Let me double check the answers here. Let me see, 1.6. Not real answer, but if you want a complex solution, I'm going to show you how to do it. 1.6. Yeah, they do want imaginary solutions. So what happened is there are solutions here. Good thing that we're going to talk about, but we're going to talk about later, but not on the coming up test. It's called quadratic formula. Okay. You have to know quadratic formula for SAT. How many of you guys have quadratic formula memorized? Only 3 students? 10, 6, 7, 8. 8 student, 9 student? Yeah. Okay. 10 student? Okay, only 10. So that means rest of you guys need to memorize the quadratic formula. Why is this quadratic? Because this is second degree, so it has to be quadratic formula. Winston, do you know what's quadratic formula?
B plus minus 4a plus, oh no, it's like a squared plus b is 4 times ac over.
It's off by a tiny bit, but that's okay. It's good though. You did get most logistic part of it, but it's not in the right combination. Tasnia? No. Almost there. This girl, I don't know your name.
What she said.
What did she say?
Negative b plus or minus square root of 4ac and then over 2a.
No. It's my eyes flip over? My eyes normal, right? Okay. I don't my eye flip over. I have fake eyes. Sometimes my eye flip over, so which is kind of scary. So even the people who memorize it's not memorizing correctly. Olivia?
X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 4a.
2a.
2a. It's 2a. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. Okay, so quadratic formula. We're gonna talk about it later. But if you don't remember, I actually told people a story about a quadratic formula. It's a sad boy. Sad boy is like Diego. Okay, because we're gonna make a story out of Diego. Okay, so this is a sad boy. Going to a radical club, a radical party. And the party could be good or bad. I don't know. So it could be good or bad. Hopefully, a sad boy going to. So sad boy Diego going to a radical party. It could be good or bad. So can you imagine Diego's doing square dancing? Do you know how to do a square dance? Maybe you gotta learn. Maybe that's how you get numbers. Okay, so the sad boy is doing square dance without or air condition. So he's all sweaty. And the party end at 4 a.m. 2 a.m. Sorry, 2 a.m. You told me 4. So 2 a.m. So a sad boy, negative B, go into a party. What a sad boy is trying to do is the square dance without full air condition over 2a. And this is x equal to that. Okay, there's a second part of the story. It should be continued. There's a second part of the story about Diego is gonna get either one phone number from a girls, or it's gonna get multiple girls, or it's gonna get Pizza Hut phone number. Pizza Hut phone number. So he's doing square dance without full air condition. That part, like b squared minus 4ac, is also known as discriminant. Discriminant. This part is called an axis of symmetry. So there are two parts. So they are two parts. We're going to talk about this. This is called axis of symmetry. So by looking at the quadratic formula, there's multiple information for your SAT. There's a negative b over 2a, which is looking for the axis symmetry, where the location of axis symmetry, the parabola, the halfway of the parabola. There was b squared minus 4ac is telling you how many solution that you're gonna have. You can have 2 solution, 1 solution, or 0 solution. But 0 is actually complex number. So that's why we talk about Diego might get 2 fake phone numbers, right? I see Diego has game. So in terms of here, that this you have to use quadratic formula. So as a is equal to 1, b equal to 2, c is equal to -4. So it will be -2 plus minus 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times -4 over 2 times 1. Have you seen this before? Okay, so I'm going to do it on the bottom. So -2 plus minus 4 minus this is positive. This is positive. So 4 minus 16 over 2. And it'll be -2 plus minus square root of -12 over 2. You can take out, did I make a mistake?
Oh,
Huh? It's a -16 because this one's positive. 4ac, right? This is a 4.
yeah, but it'd be like. It'll be -4 for -4.
Yeah, but this 4 is positive though. This 4 is positive. So this is a positive 4. So I here it's gonna give you like this. You can take out a 2. That's gonna be -3 over 2. You can split them. And this simplify, it'd be -1 plus minus I square root 3. And that's that answer. That's a very difficult to find. But we're gonna talk about that later. Yes.
Where did you get the 3?
3? Oh, we're gonna talk about that. That's another story. You wanna know?
Like the 3, like where did the 12 come?
Oh, you wanna hear it? It's another story.
Yeah.
Okay. It's called trap house method. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, so in order to simplify square root 12, you need to do prime factorization. This is a 2. This is a 6. Is that okay? And this is a 2. And this is a 3. Now, since this is square root, there's a 2 right here. It's invisible. Right. I remember I used to teach this class a long time ago, about 11 years ago. I teach in this class. It's algebra 1 in the summer school. Most of the kids fail algebra 1 3 times. The average GPA of that class is about 1.3. Yeah, I don't know how you get 1.3. Like, I don't know how you get a D in like Hope or like PE. That's like kind of like you don't dress up, you know. And I remember this. I remember very, very clearly because I think I was so mad at teaching that class. I pick up a desk and I throw it across the room and hit the wall and bounce off the wall. That's how mad I was because I actually care for them. I have a football player there cannot play football. He's a quarterback because he failed so many times algebra. He cannot play football. And he was goddamn good quarterback. He run fast. He can pass. I remember that very, very clearly. I also remember that I had 2 drug dealers in that class. So there was 2 drug dealers, 1 football player, and 3 clowns. So back then, now this is in old days. What they do is to piss people off, piss teacher off. Is they chew the paper in the spitball. They still do that this day? No, it's disgusting. But they do the spitball. They chew the paper and they put it in the straw. And I was writing on the board. All I see is like things is like stick on the board. And I turn around and says, "Who the hell did this?" and I turned around and I was like, "I didn't do it." So I asked the football player, "Did you do it?" He's like, "I didn't do it. It's not me, man. Mr. Ye, trust. I don't do this." So I asked the 3 drug dealer. I said, "Hey, did you do it?" And he said, "No, I didn't do it. It's not me. I don't know what you're talking about." So I can never find out who did it. Like, it's like 1 verse 30, right? And now I can never. So I got so pissed off, I pick up a desk and I throw it across the room. I say, "You're not gonna find another teacher that care more about you than anything. But I can leave right now, and I honestly don't give a shit. I can leave right now because it's summer. I can leave." And so I think after that day, I think they were like they never do that to me again because they know like next time I'll do a desk at them. And so what actually happened is so like there's a bunch of like ratchet kid like drug dealer and stuff like that. And then one day they were talking about trap house. I'm like, "What does trap house mean?" And then he was telling me, "It's like, oh yeah, it's like people doing drugs in the room." And then they try to make me feel better about them, right? They try to tell me, says, "Okay, well, don't worry, like this people that are doing drugs, they were surrounded by cops." And I say, "Okay, great. I'm gonna teach math with it, okay?" So I say, imagine that you have here, like you have a two, I don't know, 2 white guy here, and there's a Chinese person here. They don't speak the same language, right? So the 2 white guys speak English, and the Chinese person I don't have nobody to talk to. So you actually can try to escape the jail and the trap house, right? And you can escape, but one's gonna get shot on the way out. So it'll be 2 to the third, like 2 square root of third, and that's how you simplify a radical. Does that make sense? Okay, let's try it. Square root of 50. Can you simplify this radical? You did it? Good. I know you did. And this is a true story. None of it did. You cannot make up the story. That's just a real story. And throughout the whole test, they were like taking the test. They were serious. They were like, "Trap house, somebody's gonna get shot," and okay, this is getting shot. This is getting shot, and then they figure out the answer. Yeah, that's actually what happened. So you can actually simplify this. What is it? 2 and what? 25. And a 5 and 5, right? This is gonna try to escape. And 1 survivor, right? And this one's no friends, kind of left outside, inside. So it'll be 5 root 2. Is that okay? Next time you're not messing up this, right? Yes. Probably next week sometimes. I don't know when yet. Any question about this part? No? Okay, fair. All right. How much time I have? 19 minutes. Okay, good. We're going to talk about solving literal equations. So in this class, I'm going to try to help you as much on SAT as possible before I start doing AP pre-calculus. One of the most common SAT questions. Oh, God.
Any interior hallway, courtyard,
I know they're gonna ask you guys to leave. Okay, before we get there, I'm gonna teach you how to simplify more radical. So sometimes you're gonna get like this. Actually, let's do let's not do 6. Let's do 8. X to the 4th, y to the 9, like this. You can simplify this by doing this is 2, right? 4, and this 2 and 2, right? Even though you have a 3 of the same race, but it's fine. But only 2 is gonna have a friend. You don't need a like one group to get out. So technically, you can be like this and this. Does that make sense? Because this one has no friends. Is everybody okay? X to the 4, so you got X, right? So technically, you can have how many groups? 2 groups. 1, 2. So it'd be X squared. Because one of them can get shot. Y. How many Y can be grouping? 4, right? Because Y. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see that 9 divided by 2 is going to be Y to the 4. But there's still one Y. And this is how you simplify this. It's very easy. You good? Okay. I'm gonna put a combination of exponent rule, and also I'm gonna also cube thing. So I'm gonna talk about one more thing. What if I have to the third roots? Let's say third roots of, I don't know, 16, like this. What this means the third root? There's 3 cups outside. You need to make 3 friends to get out, but there's only 1 survivor. Does that make sense? So you're gonna have 2. You're gonna have 8, right? You're gonna have 2 and 4, right? And then 2 and 2. Now remember, this is a 3 root, so you're gonna take out 1, 2. So it'll be 2 third roots of 2. Does that make sense? Because you only now each group is gonna be 3 things. Am I going too fast? Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit different things into it now. I'm gonna have 2 radical multiplied together. So that's if I have 6x to the 4th, y to the 11 times by, I don't know, 4, x to the 3, y to the 5. I say, hey, can you simplify this radical? Now remember, if you have 2 radical multiply each other, is it equal to what? AB, right? Good job. So can you simplify this? But make sure you can join 2 radical together and try to escape the jail. Okay, let's see if you guys can do it. Do you remember our exponent rule? Same idea. So now we're adding on extra things. So see if you guys can handle it. Everybody got it? How many of you guys did not get it? Did not? You did not? Okay, keep on working. You got it?
Yeah.
So guess what? Those two things can multiply together, right? Diego, were you working? So those two things can multiply together. What's 6 times 4? What is x to the which one? X to the 4 plus 3 is 7, right? Is that okay? Y to the what? 16. So 24 I can break down 2 and what? Well, 2 and then 2 and you can only take a group out. So the rest of them still stay inside. So it'd be this one is gonna multiply together, just say 6. Is that okay? X to the 7. How many group of x you can take it out?
3.
So it'd be x to the 3. How about anything left inside? X to the first. Is that okay? Y to the 16. How many group you can take it outside? And that's it. Is that fairly easy? So we just learned something today is you can multiply two radical together. Gonna simplify. So a lot of those things are very easy. You just have to think about ideas. Yes. What'd you say?
Like when you're finished with the radical, you multiply 2 and 3 and 6.
Yeah. Okay, so just think about I have like, I don't know, 3 black guy and 1 Chinese guy here. I don't know. Right? And so this black guy is gonna try to escape. And this black guy and this Chinese guy says, we cannot escape, we must become best friends. So it'll be 2 times 3. I don't know. I'm not racist, I promise. I racist to all race. I'll make fun of any race. I don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic. Because you don't have anybody, right? And you trap inside. You might as just kind of join force together. Is that okay? Okay. All right. Since we deal with radical, I want to talk about other radical, but we're supposed to deal with more solving equation. I don't know how much time I have. Oh, we have a lot of time. So that's that. So I still want to talk about solving equations. So right now we're gonna solve. I'm gonna come back to that. We're gonna talk back to radicals, but I want you to solve literal equations. So what is solving literal equation? That means this is one of the most common tested on SAT. Most common test questions on SAT. You have to try to know it. So first thing first. I'm gonna write down the 4 different things, 4 different ideas. If you don't like fractions, I don't like fractions either. So if you see the problem of fractions, you can get rid of fractions. By multiply by LCD. So if you ever see fraction, get rid of fractions. 2. If you see the variable you're solving for is inside a parenthesis, you distribute. Third. So if you fraction, get rid of fraction by multiply by LCD, we're gonna talk about all this stuff. 2. If you see the variable you're solving for is inside a parenthesis, you distribute. Move the variable you solve for into one side. So always isolate them. So isolate. We talk about a lot of isolation. 4. If there are 2 or more terms with the variable you are solving for, factor. On same side, sorry, on the same side. Okay, so there are 4 things. Just make sure everything in blue then. So fraction, get rid of fraction by multiply by LCD. If you see a variable you're solving for is inside a parenthesis, distribute. Third, move the variable you're solving for into one side, isolation. 4, if 2 or more term with the variable you're solving for, factor, GCF factoring. So let me write down GCF. So I'm gonna start with a simple question. P equal, this is everybody should be able to do. Do you guys know which kind of equation is this? P equal to 2W plus 2L. What does that stand for? Huh? Perimeter, good job. Now, if I say solve for W, how do you solve for W? Not factor. Miranda?
Wait, I have a question. Like, what did you put after
Fraction, I say get rid of fraction by multiply by LCD. Yes?
Take the L to the other side and divide it by 2 because no.
Good. So when I have this, I always circle them. P equal to 2W plus 2L. I circle them. This is, I'm trying to isolate. So I can get rid of 2L to the other side. So 2L minus 2L. So it'll be P minus 2L equal to 2W. Again, I'm going to circle them. I need to isolate W. So I'm going to divide it by 2. So it'll be P minus 2L over 2 equal to W. Or you can split them. Anytime you have bottoms one term, you split. Usually that's another solution. So you can have this type of solution as well. It could be like this. Now this solution is acceptable. This solution is also acceptable. Sometimes you get those solutions. Is that okay? Does everybody understand what's going on? Yes? Now I'm going to give you a hard one. See if you guys can handle it. So every problem I'm trying to think of an animal. Since I'm from China, I'm going to say it's panda. P A N over D plus A. I need you to solve for A. You want to give it a try first? Now this one I didn't teach you. Just start out with a good Algebra 1 student should be able to do this question. But if you're not, just wait for me. I'll go over it. You okay? Anybody would like to try it? Good, okay. Show me if you're done. I don't want to see if you're a good math student just by looking at this question. I can tell if this student is strong enough. So far. A lot of good students on the wrong track, so I don't need to check further. Yep, a lot of people on the bad track. So I'm gonna show you how to do this. So for me, like I circle things to help me organize things. So my goal is to get all this by one side. The A is by one side. However, I have fractions. Do you like fractions? No. So find a way to get rid of them. So what we're gonna do is gonna say P equal to, I'm gonna do this copy, and I'm gonna paste here. Copy, and I'm gonna paste here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna multiply both sides by D plus A. Now this is a parenthesis, so it'll be P times D plus A equal to AN over D plus A, but you multiply by this side by D plus A.
I just want to give everyone an update. We are going to need to continue to hold for weather. It is right on top.
You can hold another 2 hours. I can teach for 2 hours.
You have to hold for a bit longer, guys. Sit tight. I know you want to move, but it's not very nice out. So we appreciate your patience. We'll update you as soon as we can, and as soon as we can release. Thank you.
And make people soft. Okay, any question? Do I just get rid of fraction? Everything clear out nicely. There's no more fraction. But the problem is this A is right here, this A is right here. I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna go to the look at a first step. I already checked. There's no more fractions, right? Done. Look at the second step. If you see the variable you're solving for is inside the parenthesis, distribute. Do you see the variable you're solving for is inside the parenthesis? Okay, distribute. So be PD plus PA equal to AN. Again, circle this and circle this. What's the third step? You gotta isolate the A. So all the A terms need to move on the other side. So how do I do that? Not divided by A. You have to subtract. You have to move the whole PA over to the other side. Is that okay? So PD equal to AN minus PA. We have done how many steps? We have distributed. We have moved it to one side. The last step says if two or more terms with the variable you're solving for. Wait, there are two or more terms. There are two terms that you're solving for. They're on one side. What can we do here? Factor out the GCF, right? A times M minus P, PD. Lastly, we got A by itself, but it's A times something. Can we divide it over? M minus P? M minus D, sorry, this is the M minus P? Okay, so A equal to PD minus M minus P. You solved it. You're gonna see this question on SAT all the time. All the time. From the history of SAT for the last 20 years, every single test there's some type of question of solving their equations. You're gonna do one. So we're gonna do one that's easy. We're gonna do a pig problem. Solve for I. Yeah. Solve for I. If you solve it, if you don't know how to do the steps, go back to watch what kind of things you need. Winston's already finished. Is P equal to I over I plus G? Solve for I. Winston, are you a junior or senior? Danny, you got it? Check the person next to you, see what they get. If you got it, check the person next to you. Believe in yourself, Jordan. Anytime you're just gonna look at all those 4 steps, I'm gonna give you a bunch of practice questions. Trust me, it's better than SAT prep. You're gonna pay thousands of dollars to prepare you for certain things. This is the things that you can do in school. It's free. I charge people for it too. If people ask me, say tutoring SAT, I say it's a scam. I'll take your money. And they say how much? It'd be $150 an hour. No, I'm serious. This is how much I charge. I'm just saying right here it's for free. So I charge you $150 an hour. And people pay me for it. But I'd rather give it to you for free. So learn all the things that you can, because you might see, okay, I can increase my SAT score. How many of you guys have not get it yet? You have not? Okay. Give you more moments.
This is a message from Orange County Public Schools. To hear the message now, press 1. To place this call on hold, press the pound key. Hi, families. This is Principal Christy Glover. Due to weather in the area, Olympia High School is placed on a weather hold. We will notify you when we are cleared to release students.
It's okay, first step.
Thank you. Hello. This is a message from Orange County Public Schools. To hear the message now,
Is that okay for second step?
place this call on hold. Press the pound key.
Again, I circle them to kind of see where am I at. It seems like I need to move it to the other side. Is that okay? What do I do next? But this one you have to be careful though. Alright. If you factor out what do you have inside? 1 minus p, not just negative p. A lot of people just put negative p. How many of you guys put negative p? You gotta be careful. There's 1 there. Because you distribute inside, it has to be an I. If you distribute inside, it has to be a p. So it'll be pg. right? So PG over 1 minus P, and that's equal to I. So factoring, make sure you gotta factor out GCF. If you're not sure, you factor out, you can distribute back and see if you go back to here. If I distribute I, am I gonna get I? If I just have minus P, how am I gonna get I? Right? So those things that you can do. Next question, see if you can do a cap problem. Solve for A. I love 7 pure. I can teach forever. Imagine that's calculus. Nice, Sophia. I would have teach for like whole 2 hours. Yes, that'd be awesome. They can hold as long as they want. Get rid of fraction. How do you get rid of all 3 fractions at same exact time? What's the least common denominator? Can somebody open the door for me? What's the least common denominator of, what is it? What happened when you multiply? A lot of denominators is gonna cancel. Brenda, you're super fast.
I don't know if I did.
Thing.
Maybe you take
I think I did it too.
Rush through.
think that's right either.
Anybody's comfortable with the answers?
So we're like, we're not good.
Everybody's comfortable with the answers? Yep, that's it. No, that's wrong. Or you guys just write down the problem step. You're gonna learn how to get better. Just stare at it. So I'm gonna be good at basketball. I'm just gonna look at the basketball. Of course you're playing, Diego. Soccer. You're just gonna look at the soccer ball. No one can get at it just by looking at it. People don't stare at it. It's gonna be messy just by looking at it. Guys, you cannot just look at it and think about you're gonna become messy someday just by looking at messy. Right? You're gonna have to go there. You're gonna have to kick the ball, Diego. Whether miss or hit, you gotta kick. So how do I get rid of fraction all at the same time? Multiply by CAT. Thank you, Isaac and Lyndon. So what happened if I multiply CAT to 1 over C? C is going to cancel out. So look at it. CAT times 1 over C. C cancel out. That's how you get rid of fraction. Okay, next person. Can somebody tell me? Somebody else besides Lyndon tell me what happened to the next term. Yes, Isaac.
A cancel out.
A cancel out. So what do you have left?
CT.
CT, good. How about last one? Emily.
CA.
CA. Now the A is on 2 separate sides, right? Is that okay? So we move it to the other side. So it'll be CA minus AT equal to CT. We're gonna circle them. We have on two separate terms. Can I factor out A? Yes. So I can factor out A, so C minus T equal to CT. Now I can divide over. Is that okay? You want to try again? Yep, you're gonna try again. This one's a harder one. U equal to F of PT minus E. Okay? First, I want you to solve for P. Again, this is U. And the second one, I want you to solve for T. Now go back and look at those 4 rules. Yes. Yep. Pick another person once they get P. Now there's probably 2 different variation of answers. They both are acceptable.
You basically got the same
How many of you guys are comfortable with the answers? Okay, what'd you do first step?
For P, I did I divide it by f, and then I multiply it by t, and then I get the EP on the other side.
Okay, that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it. I'll show you both ways. They kind of got kind of different variation of answers, but it's the same answer. So, so what he said is he can isolate this p by divide both sides by f. That can one way to do it. But according to the rules I set up for you, it's also easier to do it that way. So we're gonna try both ways and see what's the best way you think. And I don't really care because as long as the right answer is fine. So I'm gonna distribute because this is a term that's inside the parentheses. Is that okay? Is that okay? Fp over t, right? Plus Fe, right? Is that okay? Minus Fe, sorry. I misread it. Is that okay? And then the p is on this side, so I need to move the Fe to the other side, so it'll be u, sorry, plus Fe on both sides, plus Fe on both sides, so it'll be u plus Fe equal to F, P, and T. I'll multiply both sides by T, so it'll be Tu plus F E T equal to FP. I'll divide by F on both sides. So it'll be Tu plus F E T over F.
So you gotta get the f.
No, I don't need to get F because we're solving for P. Now, if you want to simplify more, you can split them. Because the FF cancel out. If you split them, it's F over F. I'll write it out just in case. Now I'm gonna say this cancel out, so it'll be Tu over F plus Et equal to P. So two different versions. I can either get this one or I can get either this one. Let me show you what Saphir did. Saphir did is actually super easy, but it's just a little bit more advanced to see. So if you have U equal to F over T minus E, you can divide both sides by F. So it'll be U over F equal to PT minus E. Does that make sense? And then you can move the E to the other side, so we're gonna add E on both sides. So it'll be U over F plus E equal to PT. Then I'm gonna multiply T on both sides. Then that's gonna be Tu over F plus ET. And that's the same answer as this one. Same answer as this one, but they don't get this answer. So the problem is, more likely the answer key is gonna be this answer. And there's a reason why. It's called a simple fraction. This is two different things, so you had to combine. A lot of times it's preferred to be simple fraction. That's just the way it is. So it's harder to see that. But either one is fine. I think they both should be acceptable answer because you did isolate a P. Is this okay? Let's try the next one. Next one's a little bit harder. So we are solving for T this time. Copy. We're solving for T. Again, I'm just gonna use the things I write down because that would be very systemized. A systemized is like it's really hard to mess up. You just follow the same order, right? And just same routine. Every time you solve problems, always follow the same routine. You're not gonna be messed up, but if you're more advanced, you more can try the different way to do it. But for me, I just systemize because P is inside a parenthesis. I would like to distribute them. Right? I changed the order a little bit, but this is gonna be EF. Any question about this part? Yes.
Aren't you looking for T?
Oh yes. I circled wrong thing. They have in mind. Okay, so let me do that. I circled wrong thing. So I should circle this part instead of the top part. So it's not the top part. So let me get rid of this. Okay, I'm trying to isolate this. So I meant it should be because they're inside the parenthesis. I start with second step. Is that okay? I multiply both sides by t because I don't like fractions. So it'll be tu equal to fp, and t is going to cancel, minus tef. Now the t is on the two separate sides, so there's a t and t here. So can I move this to the other side? Is that okay? What can I do now? You can factor out t, so it'll be u plus ef equal to fp, and then t is equal to fp u plus ef. How many of you guys got this? Only 3, 4, 5, 6, Sydney, 7. Okay, Winston, did you get it? No, do you know where you mess up? All right, good job for those 7, you guys. You guys are gonna have homework to practice, or I'm gonna issue homework right now. I promise this homework, it looks like it's a lot, but it's actually not as bad as you think. You know, there was actually example how to do problem if you still don't understand what I say. But I only need you to do the odd problem. I know there's a 44 problem, but I only need you to do odd problems. Now, something like this R1, let's just think about that's a 1 letter. R2 is 1 letter. By the way, this is in physics. This is actually a resistance equation for physics. So if you know how to do this, it's gonna affect a lot of subject. It's gonna affect a lot of subject. So 23 is this is the chemistry because you gotta change from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Equation 10, equation of lines, slope equations. This is actually distance is equal to rate times time, speed times time. K equal to 1/2 mv squared. Do you know what equation is that? No, it's also in physics. Huh? That's a physics equation. Wait, Anthony, what's 1/2 mv squared? Anthony. Sophia. No, man, it's okay. I know. He's logged in. He's playing Brawl Star over there. Oh. That's okay. Let him be. All right, so it only the odd problem, not all. So I'm gonna send it to you. So I airdrop to you. If you turn on your airdrop. Can somebody put us on a group chat, by the way? Only an odd problem, not all. Only an odd. So there's 22 problem. They're fairly easy. Can somebody post on group chat while at it? I don't know how VPN. I see you. Can somebody post on group chat though? Then can you help me post on group chat? Thank you. Only not. And there's I think there's an answer, I believe. No, there's no answers, but that's okay. There's no answers. Only the yes. Just go. Don't need a pass. The score's already over. What can I do? Arrest you? Give you put in the launch detention. Thank you, Landon. Larissa, what language you talk? Oh, okay. Sorry, I was like, I didn't understand that language. That's cool.
Final diagnosis. Right. It's so hard. That's so cool. You just say you're doing actually which I'm not. You don't say What's like a good VPN
I don't know. I use just what VPN is good here? What? XVPN, but you had to watch the ad, right?
Yeah, it's the one that I use, but it still doesn't work.
Doesn't work. I don't know. It worked for me. I'm trying to get this VPN from it's called Rocket. It works like in China. Like if the VPN work in China, it can work anywhere. Because like in China, you cannot get on Google, you cannot get on Facebook, you cannot get on anything. Like I can. I purchased the Express VPN. It doesn't work. Yeah, it worked half the time. And I have a friend use Shadow VPN, which is I probably need you to figure out. Because all you gotta do is buy a pretty much a URL. It's not like URL, so you cannot like channel through that. Yeah, IP address. They kind of channel through the different IP address. But usually it doesn't work in China. It doesn't work in China because China the ExpressVPN does the same thing. They will channel to Hong Kong and Japan. Okay, so who's here?
What happened?
You're leaving?
Huh?
You're leaving?
I got stuck again.
Okay.
Are you ready? Me? Are you ready?
It's gonna be ring out today, right?
We'll see it in 3 months, so it's not gonna so far.
Okay.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm gonna play ping pong. Play ping pong? Yeah, waiting for a couple more people.
I don't think that you can.
What?
All the meeting.
Do you think we should be? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine because I don't think many people here.
Showing up to be here. Unfortunately, I had to be somewhere 5 minutes ago. I need to go already. I'm sorry.
Good day.
Not my fault.
Later.
Work what? What are you asking me?
Yeah, what are you?
I'm not asking you anything.
I'm posting homework.
You. Mr. Ant, like I said, I'm not gonna be here Tuesday and Wednesday, so I was wondering if there's anything extra I can do to make sure I'm like for the test.
I'm kind of post like something that's gonna be happening on the test
Okay.
right now, and it has answers and stuff like that. But I just need to tell people to skip certain questions.
Okay.
But
Waiters.
So you think if I do that, I'll probably be okay if I watch the videos from class as well?
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Sorry.
The Irishman, he was lower part for jobs and opportunities.
Yeah. So we should just start.
we can start. We can start. Yeah, let's do it. So I need to do the talking point thing from Dansby. Why do we have to go do Dans talking point?
Because they're not letting clubs do any other form of communication besides talking. Like you're not allowed to do WhatsApp, you're not allowed to do Remind.
Okay, so Launchpad. Let's see. No, he sent me an email.
Oh, we did.
I just don't know how to set it up. So. Can I airdrop to you homework?
That's what it's.
Yeah.
Can you airdrop it to me too?
Sure. You turn on your airdrop. Can somebody post on the group chat though? We'll see. But told people don't do the question with infinities, except first infinity.
60 pages?
No. Oh, only in the first. Sorry.
I was gonna say, mister.
Only in the first 3 pages. 4th page is answers. But don't do the one with infinities. Yes.
Can you airdrop it to me?
Lucia, are you posting on group chat or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, I don't see you. I see you. Only first 3 pages. So Anthony and Lucia kind of just take over, and I'll come in a second. I'm trying to set up talking point right now, if I can figure out.
It's sunny.
You say from Pro? I don't know how to use talking points, so can somebody help me figure out this? I don't know how this works. It has a code right there.
Wait,
But do I have to set up?
Can I text him on their group chat?
But how?
You have to log into talking points on your phone.
Okay, so how do I?
Wait, can I just join a phone if that shows up? Don't do it yet. We'll have that at the meeting. And
Okay. So,
talking point code in the Google Slide.
oh no. And
No, hold on. It should already be in your thing here.
it doesn't. Oh, it does.
Yeah.
It does. Okay,
So
so
all we need is the code, and that's all. Let me see the picture.
yeah, so it's right there. So basically, I know veterans not here. She already talked. Not gonna be here. So we like the first time that we have, or last time we already had kind of semi-official meeting. The meeting right now, people that should be like directly like put it together. Are Lucia, Anthony, I'm the sponsor, and if you guys want to help out, I think Dia's is Dia here? So Dia's on her way here. She's gonna design shirts. I know we have to set up something like you're gonna talk about because I'm not gonna say it.
I sent it to you to group chat, if you guys saw it, read it. The topic was starting. Let's figure out a meeting for Thursday. I'm thinking just go through the slides. These things that are stuff that I wanted to. Please. Yeah. We just have people who other classes have at least 5.
I think I need 25, 30.
But why didn't you tell me earlier when you were there? Actually, my mom.
I know they did a lot of and there's a meeting.
Honestly, why didn't you just leave?
They did have to buy stuff.
Yeah, because we have to go. And but we have some money.
Yeah, if you're just meeting, maybe it's. I don't.
Yeah, but well, we're gonna have some people like God here do other things. And so let's say shirts, let's say like I say here to help out. I don't know. Last year I did 25. This year I did 30, but I'm not sure. That's gonna take some people. Now you guys can decide. Yes, we do have school pay for everything. So okay, let me email him. School pay. What?
How much is it cost?
Okay, so the competition fee is about like to touring our school. For anything less than 10 kids, it's $150. Anything more, it's gonna be an additional $10 on it. I'm not doing a school pay right now, so.
Mr. A, you're gonna have to submit a roster of meetings.
That's fine. When we come in, just have people sign. Is that okay? This is a move.
So there's an estimate thing too that we have to each class about this like half a million support, that's not the point. So we have to figure out what's the goal for. But we have one community service project per semester. So one for community staff right now. We could do like the middle quality and homecoming is all. We have to nominate one senior girl, one senior guy, one junior girl, and 2 guys. But for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
We are like, oh, if they are gonna be. Okay, we also need to make a poster or a banner for the parade. Yeah, I'm all done.
You have a.
Not yet.
I think it's not. I don't think it's approaching it. Nah, I think it's like. What do you mean? Oh, I'm not. I'll play it. I'm not.
I can see it is the club's most many once a month. At least once a week. Sponsors should be present for every club meeting. We must submit the roster and attendance.
I think he's
Every meeting. You get an email from the meeting, they'll have a form. Every kid has to sign a permission slip this year. For being a club.
Like, it's fine.
They're gonna get pretty good now.
I don't think it exists, but it's not going to.
Dues, at least.
What is the next one?
One community service fund.
Conference meeting, what
Most communities.
the lines are over here.
Which I think. I don't know. Scared. Okay, the student thing is to go to the mountain for parade.
There's one.
October.
You have to. Probably are. Wait, what does local? That's negative. No, you're pretty great. That's what I thought. I don't have.
Negative one, not only
Yeah,
that.
But. Everything is things we don't think. Why not? What's so bad? The reason they're doing it, people, they don't want to talk about it, they want people are like banners and stuff.
Okay, $25.
Yes.
We're meeting on Thursday, it's gonna be like. Hate that I quit, only because I got some on. That's why I'm looking at my sleep.
It's just what happened.
No, I don't. Any idea about the way they project? Apparently, but I'm thinking about it.
What is the?
Like if you're doing 5 months.
That's probably like if you would.
You know, I still. Yeah, it's like. But it's a party 0, right? Emery, Monica, I think it's Losa. Yeah. It's not part of it, but I want. Yeah, because
I don't think.
you couldn't.
So 3 plus the front is 2.
What would I do?
What company?
Yes.
Meeting. Unlimited.
Jalen Paul.
But if it's more, if it's just asking for it one without. There could be a hole. There could be a hole here.
No, we're not doing that.
I don't know.
That one right there.
Something you want to. Other years. Florida? Question, somebody can help you, not do it by yourself. If you need help, ask somebody, shout at every person, Indian kid helps with.
It says the social media manager is Sean.
You got my nothing, or these are my baby.
Yeah, he's still like saying good job. He did message us.
Wait, he didn't count me.
Yeah, well, we changed the AB value check for all your BC, so all of the AB.
Yeah, I changed ABC to count.
They all excuse me, 3 players and well, they do all are all 3 players.
I'm also thinking about something like general awareness, basic.
I don't like that. My dad's like,
No, I just like sounds like.
they're trying to.
I think what happened last.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, so hard, like. And then like.
No, it's a possible. I kind of feel it's possible that one can make a very more safe. And post that TikTok off the different sides or things like that. Yeah, but it's anyway after that.
All of them came from one. In small schools.
Same one as your brother went to I with like shows on the phone maybe just started making like there's only like one girl and they showed me like
boring thing I would be like, what's up guys? It's like no, hopefully it's like the whole goal is like I know we love that. We love it. Not as big.
Yeah, but making a video is very easy.
Nowadays
You go to the whole office tomorrow.
Okay, well, let's see if people with AA and make video, like a very short video, I'll provide the concept, people actually.
and put on IMDb or just be put in.
And then advertise the mob data. Advertise the mob data on
And take that, but if you send them in shows, they get reposted. There's a lot of people. And like 30 people follow her. So Miss Deputy was like, if you want to send SGA, we will repost it all stories.
yeah, and maybe like I'm thinking of maybe like different people, because in this school there's a
I
lot.
love that.
Like last year I taught like to a lot of Portuguese and like so many people like
Miss Me Portuguese. I'll learn it.
wait Gabiola.
She does. But
Yeah, she's actually very responsible.
so I'm gonna send out the text email. Just send out 65 texts for the email.
I just want to make the
Who's gonna do a presentation?
zero. No, what we're gonna make. Yeah.
It's there right now, but we just need to tweak it.
You just like, no. You need to like go on Canva and
You can import it. We have it.
you want to do that?
I'll do it.
Wonderful, yeah. Alright. Okay, I'll see you guys later.
You asked
Bye,
Anthony,
yeah.
he's like the last person, he's
Bye,
not
Leah.
creative.
Have a good day.
I've been working on it. I've been doing it pretty well.
Leah, when can you get a shirt?
Get it on this weekend. What do you guys like have in mind for ideas for the shirts? Because I know there's like a lot of math symbols and whatnot.
Do you have something right now?
No, I don't. But do you guys have any ideas of like what you want?
So like give her feedback.
Yeah, 'cause a pun.
Well, like, yeah, already comes to money, right?
Oh yeah, the only math.
I mean, I did scratch the like. Then it spiral.
So we're gonna have to make it teal with like the school colors, right?
Take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
Okay, so
I'll
black.
make it black.
So it's like the shirt is black and the logo is white.
We don't want ugly boots.
Are you serious?
Wait, what is the
Anthony will. Oh, teal? Yeah.
It's summation symbol.
What is that?
The signal.
This is the signal.
I think we should definitely do like a 12 for that. And then something just like, are you putting like something in the corner?
Yeah, something small.
Yeah.
Nice words.
I was thinking maybe like a triangle and then have like the circle thing around it. You know, like that one thing. It's like a circle with there's like triangles around it. Maybe? It's something that proves the Pythagorean theorem.
That's good. That actually you should do this.
I don't know, I'll draw like a bunch of designs.
You know all this, right? You're not like.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You want somebody to help you? If you're
I can get feedback from that.
But
This is like what I'd like to do. Very
I wish I had that.
Wait, I'm saying the better stuff. I mean, yeah, I can do the banner. But or it can work. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh? Do you know how long it is?
You don't have to hurt anyone.
Try to get it like done next week. Well, close this weekend and not other people see you. So when you start something, then somebody can say, oh, maybe it's good. So just draw something, doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Just throw it out there and see what you can do. Okay, look, you can have some, it's okay. What do you want?
I don't want anything.
Oh, okay, I thought you wanted some. Organization, you gotta be there. Organization, right? Yep. Okay. So you, Anthony, Jared, Sophia, Sophia will do it. But you have to take out. Okay.
I feel like I have too much on my plate.
Jared.
Like here.
At least doesn't want to do it. But you don't want to. You don't want to do it.
Wait, yeah, you think I should use that? Like, from Mr. Big?
No, I know. I respect that. But she doesn't say.
You can go chat, yeah, I'll have you have our numbers, you can go.
Do you guys think it's I was thinking like create like a
You have my number. Wait, yeah. I know you don't have it. Oh, I don't know. My wife. No, like, let's go.
If you're in it, remember I was on
For the Chinese. It was like so awful. I'm like, wait, what do I supposed to say? I keep on screwing up.
The way you, the thing is, no one would understand you anyway. So you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I shot myself.
Wait, the only person that spoke Chinese wasn't even that good.
Was it though?
Oh.
No, he's not good at it.
There's like an accent. Hola, ¿qué pasó? Yeah.
Oh.
No, I know how.
It does whatever he knows.
No, I'm leaving.
Oh my god.
I'm bored. I probably will be running in that soil.
I don't want to let you.
I'll help.
Somebody need to like do better job.
Sure.
Sophia said.
Sarah and I. Okay. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Everything. I thought you did so. Nice to. Go, go. It's a funny shit. No. He was big.
Gabby.
You just split it up evenly so you find yourself a spot. You find yourself a what else is bring it into this way?
It's only gonna be private.
Obviously, you want to find out one. But it's gonna be very difficult. Here, it's gonna, we're gonna try to expand it.
So with a something finance number, you can always do quiet, but so the same thing plus. So you can plus one, and then you have to multiply this by x. It's not plus one, and then
Any other questions?
we'll have to do Lobby's all the way after you simplify this. Oh, then.
You got what? The word?
Okay, so if both of you go to zero, can you create the ring? Okay, then I don't know how you're gonna have to ask him. I don't know.
Thank you, bro. Anthony didn't want to
Wait, so you only have what?
We all have.
What do you have? You have what, a 7? So we can get it. Once I
7:30.
Get the question.
Wait, look what you get.
On what?
790?
790 in math, I missed the one quadratic formula.
You missed quadratic formula? What? Look, David, you missed quadratic formula?
I ran out of time.
Yeah, I would have run out of time too. But you ran out of time. I imagine a lot of people ran out of time.
I knew pretty slowly. I knew this slower than I should.
Sophia, what do you get? Solvable. It has to be solvable. 730. Oh, easy. Reading part of it. So, yeah, that's how.
Like my easy.
About the reading, like
They want so like 720. It's usually higher than that.
I'll tell you that. No.
So usually some high quality.
I'll tell you that in course. Yeah.
Did you find it?
Yeah, we got to that.
idea that for like this aspect of like promoting, I think it's a good idea to show them that like somehow we do that. Just like basic health. Because I think that could
Yeah. Are you stupid?
Yeah.
Obviously swear.
It's like also consider what don't know about.
Well, I want to talk about.
I got an idea. Right?
Like for example, I think you but you want to do like anything.
You have. Should do one of the time code signs on 1 2 3.
So I'm right out.
Not right 1 2 2. Not right 1 2 3.
So the problem is they do have way hold on feature.
Mine works.
Nobody does.
Actually, wait.
And like nobody did that anyhow. First of all, we have all our feature policies. So they feel like they have things. And even all they can usually so they don't think they can help. For lower levels, bottom care. So if you have a few lower, they just don't care. They don't seriously don't care. I mean, I taught in me in the county town that algebra 2 class, they do their but they just don't care. I know you're what you is they just care. They just don't care. So they don't want to come to tutoring to tell people.
But
Don't raise the speech.
you still use it.
You know,
Yeah, so here's the thing about it. If you don't know if you're it's like Jordan, Benson, and you, Brendan, 0 days.
it's from
All part of my
Oh, I see.
But a lot of people will say I'm good at math. For example, if some kid creates a bunch of ENEs, I would say no. So that's what I'm saying. This must be a channel. Like says you must put 700 SAT math. If you want to qualify for math, what do you then you can become one.
Yeah.
I think it has to have a minimum score. It's not saying you want to. If you graduated, I'm Mr. Kench.
Hello.
How are you? We're talking about block data.
Oh, race it.
You look tired.
That's significant.
Solve your homework passes. Homework every day.
We still lose.
Do you think that people who are offer yeah. Is that the only way? Maybe how to find a way to encourage technology. Especially for our community.
Most of the people want to do are
Give me a second.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so well my question is like how do you guys want to be involved?
Yes.
I want to tutor ABC.
And the wisdom one asks is, I don't want a Jordan.
I don't understand how many times, like, when I went after 6th grade one day and just said to him, don't give Jordan the job. Don't give Jordan the job. You got another job, so.
Another thing is like you don't have like every pickup. Like how can you review shop?
That's why he's coming late.
So like do you think we should have like some I don't know.
Is the cup pre-cup student low?
Better not to.
You think so?
So far.
I feel like it's worse. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Is that a homework pass?
Yes. Number 2. It'd be nice to them.
I would prefer to get you pre-cup. Pre-cup, I can't even do something without struggle. They struggle a lot when they come in. Yeah, so how do we get paid to come in and get help? That's my question. And Anthony says, you know, how you guys want to know. What do you say?
Yeah, like, what do y'all want to do?
I got the answer.
Alright,
I think to start, you can just like cut on time to be like, oh, if you need help with math, or
I'm not
like,
sure if
girl
he's
law,
here.
or students.
I think I tried to convince
I think that's
What's the right time? You just turn the blind.
That's
It didn't
love
work.
gets you can turn off.
Oh, where's your brother?
Also,
Does he wanna
like,
do
the
math?
word math.
Did he do computer?
Some kids might not want to go to school, so they don't like.
Really?
So maybe having students.
Did you buy all the
Oh yeah, also like you know you
Are you going on the
like after that I said I tried one
Maybe yeah.
Well, we have a meeting.
Are you gonna like hold the AT?
Every so
He slapped the stick.
you want it every Thursday every week.
Usually it's like lunchtime because that's most people there.
Oh wait, what, were you there one time? I am one second here at the
Yeah, so even people don't have to have school. Or you have early release. Yeah. And you have early release as well, so. There is some boundaries. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Alright, so we do.
Just kind of casual, just, you know, one question. See.
I think so January I'll start having a few
Sounds great. See you next week.
See you later.
Bye, Logan.
Bye.
Maybe you can put it here.
Wait, so
Ah,
you said
Yeah.
Well, SAT is really hard. Well, SAT is.
You could just turn this right.
I think so, yeah.
That can be advertised through PenG.
It's like a mediation.
Can we collaborate with the English Honor Society?
Why? Oh, Mr. Graham.
Are they really
English SAT.
Dude, you should. We'll collaborate all of them together.
Yeah, so everybody has group projects.
We do science national.
Yeah. Can we do that?
Yeah, just open one all the
It's the same thing. So this is not that. That's what we turned it into. Okay. Yeah. None. One right to that's just 1 plus 1.
You can ask.
We did it. I know it's like if you want to help you if you want to do prior to that,
Yeah.
but the week before you can reserve.
I think it'll be very easy things. And that's a fast invoice for like because the shorter time for the best output. I think we really know it. Well, first of all, we don't have enough time. Like the week before the SAT. Because otherwise, like if you make it they won't appreciate it. Only the week before people show up or they will feel like it's worth it. So the first one, like, we can talk about that.
Also, well, I think it's on the Tuesday. So
You're probably also.
Okay. Any other questions? No?
Wait, are you guys?
Let's go.
What is that?
Ooh, that guy.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, because we're still on whatever the STA. I know Ollie requested some, and he would prefer kids to.
I think we.
Pre-cal. Pre-cal kids. Are an algebra too.
Oh, like computer assistance.
Yeah.
We can do difference
Oh, like
Bob.
a PA.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. But like when? During school?
Yeah, it's during.
No, it's
That's the whole STA. SGA is like the Teacher Tuesday. And it's like each Tuesday, you instead of going being in a class, and you have to go to like the teacher's room, for the quarter each Tuesday, and you have to help whatever the teacher wants. And it's like, it's kind of, and I did SGA, like a semester, it's not. I just got you something fun, and you'd be like, I'm all eight together.
She's asking for help. You know?
Yeah. Can't help. Yeah. No, a lot of you can request a lot of times you can basically ask. That's what I'm saying. Not getting kids. You never watch it.
Fine, Steve.
All of them. I don't know. I didn't. Well,
Make like a poster, put it like in the hallway to like. Yeah, I can do it.
If you need his help,
I can make a poster.
if you like,
I don't know that.
I think that's true. You just put a study. Just him.
And then
Trying to change it. One big program.
then you can go ahead for during math. This year, every focus.
Oh yeah, something. You just said something about lower trump.
Yeah.
That's the right way.
You can't get them yet.
You know, I think it's all always.
No. Why?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Wait, so what do you choose? One for,
One thing goes very
Because
All
of
right.
my
okay, you have to see if it works.
Absolutely based on how they get it. What are you doing? No way you know. Vincent, all it is, so.
So do you after not even told your kids?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
About the
You got liar.
half the teachers in classes are organized, like, just like promote it and let people know that they're doing it. And then later on, we're gonna make more posters. Just for now, we'll just leave that poster.
And
Like, information. And then for the posters, what do you think about just using that?
that actually my collection.
Get on. Yeah.
And it's not that something maybe you went and
You don't have to be like,
yeah, you have.
we didn't know what it was.
So what do you think?
There's no other problem. Is it math?
Like, you can do
Yeah.
a
So like this code, I broadcast. Those are all called. That's really.
All right. Lucia, don't hand out don't hand out too many things because right now your priority is picture. Because
Ration.
in proprietary we never have picture.
I'll get that number.
At least
feel like priority to be poster.
No, because you know, shirt, somebody has to be represented.
because they have photo. I got 8 grade.
And
they need to be.
Wait,
Yeah. So when are we gonna have our Zoom?
Huh?
So we know.
You're gonna do I feel like we should national So
But
if we
I
have
need like
overall like promotion of that. So if we make it like move out that it's gonna automatically
very logical.
Like the main purpose of well, I think that's because we are. I think that's because we.
I integrated mine first.
We'll put one like TV will.
But after that, my seventh period dropped down.
Oh my
I
God.
think that's great, but you have entered the probably why.
No, mine's never. Mine's mine dropped about.
I got all of it. There's a lot of stuff though. Yeah, she's only one.
Yeah, let's just talk about
And everything has one sort of like. My car, one with fucking.
Yeah.
Will 8 and.
That's another thing. So I'm not more focused on that. People want to join.
No,
Yes.
That's a.
Sure, big guy.
Great job.
Yes.
I'm not getting any recipes.
Yeah, me and him. What?
Because you got it.
No. All of it. And you mentioned it before, all of it. And I did.
I should tell him like, he just told me.
I mean, you're John's up on that?
Oh, you know what you do?
Damn, you're not so off.
Found very
I mean, you're not.
Why do you?
He said he started grade. You know, they bad on a code test, and he said that he didn't go after school.
Do you want to see my signature?
Pick it up.
That's not my signature.
I didn't share.
Dude.
But I give him opportunity to develop. I think more is that.
Yeah, Band-Aids?
He tell you like,
My football off. I know.
Because he should be. Oh, yeah.
Wait.
only got one kid. That's what my kid.
For what?
For one ball.
50 on
Zero.
she does.
Because they're back to 3-3.
Why?
Everything integrate.
You're trying to solve the limits of 19. You want to integrate, but it's the same thing.
Why?
Well,
Because you need to integrate. To solve
No,
it.
you don't.
Bro, we're doing this. Wait, how do you integrate? Where's the question?
Shipping
It's right there. This does. How do you do that? You do it. You do it. Anti-union. You can't walk anymore.
To be fair, you know, you know,
Working machine. Day one.
yeah, that was one of the things.
It's that. Said, okay, is this gonna be?
Right now?
No. His dad said something along the lines that actually is more. All right, I can talk about it. Yes, so we got you. And they call. But I didn't try to be. Scared.
Okay,
Telling you the truth.
make
I didn't
kids
try
learn
to
that like
scare you off. Even
I
if you
know
want
it
to
sounds so cheesy,
students is.
but I think we should
What do you
do
do?
like activities like outside, for example, tennis. We can like.
What is your situation?
Oh, you should be kind of awkward. And the curve make kids
What
fight
is
with the
this?
curve. That's physics, bro. No, information by heart. Physics.
Like connected to like Desmo.
I have like 2 kids
I think
right now.
showing kids that math is in real life
Yeah,
can help them.
probably leave.
Wait, Loki, imagine someone makes that note, someone takes a tennis ball up in the air, you have a picture of the curve, and then it transforms into Desmos. Bro, you want, wait, bro, math club edits, have a curve, and then it transfers into a Desmos image, with split up, and then
And or integration in it. So my breakout I'm gonna scare.
What was your average seminar staff?
Everyone in Navy, Navy, your IC.
It's not test.
I think it's very mostly staff. Yeah, perhaps you factoring.
Last time I did G, you know, Greenwald.
So that's what we did. Actually.
90s. Like 6 people 90s.
You teach integration right now.
There are some people 30s and 50s. But nobody is really lower than.
I know integration though.
People are scored
Integration.
solve it.
The first
Zero.
He's right now.
Wait, what's your
Last
Just
year.
integration by parts. The better integration. The better integration. Well, how do you integrate? It's like instead of doing
Brand new not factoring on the first
it's
one.
like when you're doing
I'll fix that again.
start
I think
Well, is anybody trying to learn integration?
Okay,
It's not too much arithmetic. He does. No, it's arithmetic. No. What is this?
I was thinking about another
Same,
thing.
the same.
Like,
Integration by parts.
show
Easy.
people that math is in like real life. So for example, we can make videos
So we have
for
that.
TV, like, oh, like we hit tennis ball.
Square.
And then this is like parabola.
And then-
Something like that.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't like this. Is different.
Yes. Not gonna lie.
What do you think?
Obviously.
What about like having like a math? Alright, listen, a math, think about this, a math,
Think about
someone hits a tennis ball and then like you see the curve of it, like with a string behind it.
integration.
And then it pops up into a dead mode, and it shows you the calculations.
Yeah.
even there's a Disney movie about that, right?
Yeah, with the intro.
It's like this girl is like really good at and she does ice skating and she plays chocolate.
I know that.
Oh my god.
Watch playing okay when I was
There's no practice that lasts a long.
I'm gonna lock it.
a little bit. it wasn't like a huge one. I mean, it was just mostly like, it was with H and it never went anywhere else.
Have you heard of America's?
But
I think it's so far. It's called Ice Cream.
Okay, so,
Yeah, it's an ice skate with calculus books in their hand.
Wait, what?
It's ice cream.
That seems really cool.
no, it is.
You said you weren't the one who was
okay, my brother, yeah, so either one runs like.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say I give
Oh,
you this
so
one.
you know you said
I
that.
give you this one.
Stream. Oh, I'm gonna give it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You have to do that.
Yeah, it's July.
It's like you,
One,
hey, I
two,
give you this.
Yes, apparently we have to have both of the, we have to have all the SAT practices done and the two maths done.
Oh, you find stuff.
Oh my god. I don't know. That's
Almost any of the answers.
Wait, I didn't even know this was a she never taught her period.
Yeah, I already figured it out.
Because Shaylin was like,
No, I'm the one that told Shaylin.
oh,
I told Shaylin. Shaylin.
Shaylin! It's a Bible. Shaylin.
No, don't talk bad about Shaylin.
Shaylin.
Half the time I'm feeding information.
No,
to
I like Shaylin, but it's just like,
I think so much.
Why is your mom obsessed with them?
because he's so smart.
Yeah.
Or you should stop bragging about Shaylin to your mom, and then maybe she won't say anything about Shaylin.
How did she know about Shane?
I don't know. I don't know, actually.
You.
We're gonna call this point.
She knows who I am. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because I said hi.
Just say something about anything. This.
Yeah, my mom likes it. We live in the same neighborhood.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Me and Aaron live
Then we're gonna call this point.
Yeah, so.
We're doing a lot harder.
So this thing here, you're gonna call.
Oh, because it's not you.
Politics.
What's this?
Also mention myself.
This is
the How far is it
I
from
think
here?
that's why you need to.
Oh, is it like
Nearly the year. You know where the Holy Grail is?
Why did that? Oh, you might wanna like go.
That's essentially.
Why did it?
Wait, think about the, hold on, think about the,
Go down the middle.
The other one is just what's it called?
Okay.
Um,
you walk
Like
out,
that.
there's a left.
And we just did two actual expand.
Right, it's in yellow.
I didn't do this, but this year, so the question I'm asking
There's
is changing.
right.
Sir, yeah.
I mean, one question. No, it's not a question, the whole chapter is about changing
And
gender.
then it's going left and right.
Go down, down, you go left.
But
Like,
it
I'm
helps
full of
me-
math on my phone.
Hold on.
This actually helps me
Did you-
plan the state plan. Yesterday's.
So like as X changes,
It's really easy to change. I mean, shit, it's all about like factors.
changing at once.
No, it's the limits, but really easy limits.
This is the first time I hear it.
I think, yeah, chilling
Again,
again.
just means like straight up.
Just chilling here. Alright, go walk out of the school, right?
So that part I'm gonna teach completely different.
Yeah, you walk out the school.
One of the tests. I'm gonna write one test.
This is the alley. You take a left. Right there. Yeah, this is the left.
Oh, you back it.
No, that's the front. Right there.
Up or down.
And the left.
And especially
Yeah.
if it's slow, it's decrease. Slow decrease.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get it. You really?
Kids have a lot.
Solve them.
Yeah, because if you have slow,
When it's
slow is increasing, yeah, that definition need to be addressed. Beauty.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do a little bit different.
Let's drop.
For like, we're not gonna have to.
Now
cover
you're-
it.
Oh, this neighborhood or here? The room.
I feel like that's the thing. Is that very small about it?
I'm not gonna appreciate that.
I feel like it keeps up like.
One of my friends here
Oh, 8 minutes.
was pre-cut.
You can hear, can y'all hear?
He teach at
Right?
university. No,
Up.
university. Yeah, like, Pro. He's a good teacher.
Did you hear June?
I teach in different school. Like
is you have like that's what I talked about. So so I think you should follow the test. Like honestly, I think that because one of the things about it is okay, so lots. Everybody. Yeah, that's not fair. Yeah. And nobody told him that.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go watch the plus page.
Yeah.
Let's why we just got out of
Good. Well, that's still bad. That's so good.
It's our girl
So
age,
it's
so
what
it's
you
supposed
like.
to be like
You don't have it.
if
So,
they don't grade
or any point-
one by ninth grade, it's
Oh.
a for 1A. And they're not that cool. And
Yeah, let's say you want
next
one
year.
so bad.
Yeah, but still bad for all years.
I kind of. Yeah, but
So, actually, we'll say this.
why do we those
What are you
kids?
guys doing?
Oh,
It's-
one. So
It's not really like math. Like, it is a math issue. And
They're-
I feel like
You guys-
they want to know where it is in its country. Nominate B, which well,
Yes, bro.
and they could be good at math. They're just not good at it.
No, you look Spanish.
So they just need like a year, hopefully like kind
What
of
are you?
learning.
No.
So for those kids, out of 1A.
Wait, I know.
Oh, my one is
No, but like.
they're
You
just
give off like
dumb
Mexican.
kids.
So most
That's a no. I got
I find
What's
that
your last name? Okay, so what's your last name? We're gonna follow them. What's your last name? What's your last name?
Yeah.
I thought you knew it. No.
They had a good-
It's over the G on. Yeah, hold on.
no clue. Algebra, something.
Gonzalo.
Is it Gonzalez?
Oh, yeah.
No,
You're 1A.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
like, it'd be really good.
Oh,
Most of them just need to be better. Better skill, not better.
Gonzalo.
Hey, bro. Bro, your name is Gonzalez. No, I'm not like, I'm not like, Gonzalez.
They probably, they're not good, they probably could.
Yo, I'm gonna pick
But they're probably,
They probably don't have the motivation.
like, they're probably.
So,
You would, I could probably get that.
You talked for nothing. I'm doing math.
let's answer.
That's
Yeah.
So how do we do integration?
I was.
That's the whole number.
Oh.
Come on.
But again,
Oh.
that's why you're playing. First, it wasn't right because
Why?
it's mostly.
Mr. Yeah?
He's the,
Yeah.
he's only.
You're not going? Oh.
I don't know how he would say the same thing.
What if eventually?
He never told me, he's, I just put that.
Oh,
I just, I didn't think of it.
Oh, that's the.
No, if you don't understand, I like Easter.
Yeah.
He's a good kid. And he's respectful, he's nice.
Yeah.
The person that really, I think I did not share him personally. I think his dad does. Because his dad emphasizes service. But what I heard from Josh was, he doesn't have that much potential in sports.
Alright, we'll do this one. So.
What I think about, I think like, I will say,
Instead of doing all this work.
I didn't, honestly, I didn't try to scare him, I tried to tell him it's coming, try to walk through it. If I scare kids, you think I could do it. Easton, the. Huh? So I don't want.
Oh.
Annika,
I said it's just.
Annika still is the only one that I wish she would have said. That's not even your kid, that's my kid.
I'm not driving.
Not like, oh, no.
But there's a reason.
Why does-
Alright.
There's a reason. I don't think it's dumb. She was just on her phone. I was here.
You need to do that.
Yeah. This here? Well, from the three. I don't even have to really. Kids is so far.
Yeah, that's what I tell you. I think it's most of the feedback, and I'm gonna be honest with you, most of the feedback is my skin just nice.
But when you get to know him,
I
it's pretty.
wish that I wish that
Give me approximately
today's I wish that, and I the reason why I'm joining you because
Wait, is it?
you know, that's what you are a good guy and you're a good teacher, but when you say some stuff, nobody seems to.
Yeah.
They talk over you. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Huh? Okay, yeah, so if you could change that a little bit, it would help a lot for all. You know, just come in, I started studying teaching. I think that's one thing I'm very good at. Shut down work. And I shut down, so everybody will listen. And that's, I think, I don't think personally, like you. You have more patient kids. I don't have as much patience.
For that.
So in some way, like, related Jada, but you would have helped Jada. And so those are things that I think that. You need part if you get better. That's just great. Teaching has it's not a problem. And the I think he's
Yes, I never do.
I didn't have 2 minutes.
That's what we're doing. Matthew's doing good. Omni. Yeah, you're good. Oh, sorry. I don't remember. Hi, Andrew. No, it's not very. Are you done? Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Whoever was over there.
So the test result pretty low, so it's kind of scary. So this is my test result for like recap. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know Souza, right? Rafael Souza. You don't know. Do you know Kushud? Do you know? BC. Okay, so no, got it.
Yeah.
This stuff.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's to be expected.
A little.
Did she pass? Pretty sure. So she's low in math. It's 19, 18. So that's
She
works hard.
yeah. That's why she's one where like I expect her to be low, but she'll work and try where I think she'll be okay. She probably will struggle. I don't know if she'll pass the calculus test this year, but
Sure. I mean, 19 and 18, I can take that any day, but if you want to work.
Ignacio, he should be.
He's kind of low, but he's not really that low. He's moving up fast. I feel.
Okay, that makes sense.
What do you think of him?
I mean, he was really high last year.
Okay. So he's moving up fast.
Most likely, he probably just slacked off way too hard during the summer, and so now, yeah, so it's really hard to catch up.
Lucia, which is kind of low for percentage. Summon, she's kind of low, but it's not here. Joshua's you. Stifler is good. I like Stifler.
Okay.
Why?
She's a good kid.
She works hard.
She wasn't like she was like the middle of the pack.
Alright, she works really hard. So she works. If you see her test score compared to Ignacio, Ignacio is probably more talented in some way, like probably is, but she's definitely get much
Cause oh wait, she's the small one, right?
yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Or
She's always really good.
Yeah, she's really good. Anything above 30 is very yeah. So this one is from Robinson. He's the only survivor so far. Only one.
Hey, a 47.
Yeah, I'm proud of him. He works hard. Now he's becoming like a leader in a he's moving his way up. I don't know if you have Danya, Naring's Ollie. Ian. That's mine. Lin William. That's mine. Marshall Chase.
I think that was all.
Neiman Lucas, you have him.
Yes.
He's really good this year.
Yeah.
But he was the first student to drop out last year. He had a 12% last year. Same test.
That makes sense.
So he improved a lot.
I mean, he came to me and he was really strong, so that makes sense. Elsa should be really good.
So that's okay. Yeah. Ethan is yours. He's alright.
Oh, Ethan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabian's yours? No, that's Ollie's. Ariel, are yours? No, that's Ollie. Michaela, are yours? Michaela.
No.
Is Gia yours?
I think so.
Peter?
No.
Laura?
Oh, that's Peter. Okay. No. Addison. Oh, Addison's the other one. He should be good.
Addison. He works hard.
Amber should be good.
Works hard. Mariana Asprillo. Myra?
You.
Do you have a Myra?
Matthew.
So she's the person I'm with.
She did not work well in my class. Like she did my work and she was a fine student, but she was always on her phone. But she's one where she just probably has a lot of catching up to do. She has to focus.
Share focus issue.
Yeah, but that was like you were saying, of me not doing well, getting kids to do
Okay, so
work.
So Ava, I don't know how am I gonna get through to her, but right now,
So like she passed, and I feel like she was giving me like 30% throughout the exam, and she passed the exam, but I feel like throughout the whole year she's giving me like 30% effort max out of her. So I think she could do it.
she's a good athlete though.
So she'll just have to.
She's starting point guard. You don't have time.
No.
Nation. Easton.
He was one.
Oh. So yeah, this kid is lazy. Ethan's lazy. Easton's better. I wish Easton. I wish this kid got out. I wish Easton stayed in because he only screwed up on the trig. He didn't.
That's why to me when you told me that I was like, come on, Craig. You can take the L on trig and make up for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he should have left.
I feel like trig is just.
Fiona, is that yours?
Fiona was mine. She should be
She's
good.
Jabbar is what she dropped. Misha.
Balin. What's Balin?
Hayden's interesting kid.
Yeah. They got a 50.
He only asks me questions, doesn't trust anybody else. So he won't bother you.
He bothered me a lot. He did quite a bit of work.
He does put in work, so I don't
Gabriel.
Gabriel, he wanna leave. He's yours.
I just like cannot image of him.
Long hair. Glasses. In a bed.
Oh. Yeah.
He kinda doesn't like work.
Yeah, that doesn't seem surprising. Ethan,
I like Ethan.
he should be good.
Aspen.
Aspen.
I like Aspen. Pretty much standard, not crazy happen?
No, it was you, Gabriella, and 82.
Gabriella went down on Trick. Trick is not really good. I like Nizar. Nizar.
Not,
See, this is the one that shows Trent. I don't know if you have Trent.
uh,
Do you have Caden?
Kaden. No,
Do you have Eli?
I had
Oh, yeah, she's average. Nah, but she tried. Do our work. Eli is good. Jenny's good. Yeah, that's pretty much fun. I didn't have too many use.
no, because I think a lot of mine
Scared.
got scared.
So they got scared before I scared them. So
I think it was like I didn't challenge them that much, so they just heard about your class, and they're like, "Oh, his class is really hard," and then my class was easy, so it was like they just got too scared of the difference.
that's harder. Make you
No, I don't think it was a testing. I think it was just overall.
make you class more challenge for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on this year.
Okay. Yeah, I think I think I have a lot more out of this kid. I think definitely have a lot more out of this kid. Russell. Like Ali's kid didn't seem like scared. Seemed like he handled it well, handled pressure well. Your kid, he just only Eastern. Monica, my kids. Most of Ollie kids I handled fairly well. I'm kind of impressed Ollie able to do. They're not doing bad. Ollie has interesting. Ollie's interesting person. Now I'm only worried about Ava.
That one makes sense.
And I don't know how to help her, but I think I know.
Does she come into tutoring or no?
She does. She's more like copy down and answer. Stand up.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. I don't think she put a lot, but I understand because she's like 3 sports athlete.
Yeah.
And 3 sports that she's good at. So she's starting point guard. She also the best scorer in the lacrosse. And she probably do something else. She probably do SQS.
Do you sit down and help the kids, or do you, like when she does tutoring, does she work with other kids?
She works with other kids. I work with her sometimes. She come and ask me a couple questions, but most of the time I see very bad algebra. The algebra is more scary. Now, a lot of time, like today, like I was surprised how bad is it. Is like they don't understand what a constant means, which is that's like for example, like tangent 3x over 3. What is a constant here? Right? Or like tangent 2x over 3. And they would say it's 2. And some people will say x. And some people say it's 10. And then even best, they would say 3, but it's not 3, it's 1/3.
Yeah.
So they just don't see that. So they have a lot of issue with trig limits. So when I give trig limit worksheet, so much issue. They break the arguments a lot. So like sine of 2x, they think it's sine of 2 times x.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing that in algebra 2, is the kids aren't great at fractions. Like they see a fraction and they freeze up and they don't know how to interpret what a fraction does.
Yeah.
And then it's either that or they do know what to do, but they interpret the fraction as multiply top, divide bottom. Which is like okay, and it like gets them through the problem, but usually they don't think of the fraction as just one thing that is itself. Instead they thinking of it as like 2 separate things. Which I feel like
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my biggest part of them to think the argument. I think that's a big issue for students this year. More so than before.
What's the argument?
Huh?
What's the argument?
Like sine of 2x. Like 2x is the argument. You cannot change it. It's like sine of 2x over 2. 2 cannot cancel. But 2x is what's in the argument of sine. So they cannot cancel those two. Right? Because it doesn't make sense. But they will do it here. So just as something that I thought like it's not a hard fix, but it's like and it's pretty normal throughout, it's just more than before. But it's normal throughout a year. It's gonna struggle, but
Have you done that with just normal functions? Like just f of 2x over 2?
no, I don't do that too much.
Okay.
But
Because I'd be curious if they do that for that.
the problem I'm more likely to see is like x over x plus 1, they cancel with x. That's what's scary for me.
Yes. That was something this year in pre-calc that I was immediately like, no. And like in the notes, I immediately said, some kids will try to do this. You're wrong. Don't do it.
Yeah.
And I didn't get any kids to do that on the test, which last year I got kids to do that on the test.
Yeah, so those are the things that I usually give out a very specific example of doing it. So I give as a
But I think we're about to do the second test in like 2 weeks, so I might see it more.
So I give to them, I explain to them a very simple term. I said, just think about a regular number like this. You can cancel the 2 because you know that's 2 over 6 is equal to 1 over 3. You know this is the right term. Do this. And even take 10, so you get 1. Some people forget to put 1. It does.
Yeah, the biggest. Hopefully, you know, you're able to address this, but I forget what the problem was exactly. Like,
Yeah, split
let's
up.
go with that.
Yeah, just split them. And this is just an exponent rule plus split.
I was able to get all the kids to split it up, but these kids. These kids decided to do this, and then just go from there. They just cancel out completely to zero.
Yeah, same thing that I've seen that before. They cancel out this. Will be x over x plus 1. They cancel. And they say this is just 0.
Yeah.
And 0 over 1 is 0.
So that was like, if a kid even started the problem, they most likely did that issue. That was probably like 80% of the kids who actually attempted the problem did that. So it's good because I see it. So hopefully that's something I can immediately just be like, no, never do that. Every time I see it in the future, or potential for it to happen, I'll remember and be like, don't do that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to. I think there's also like a dumb word game with that. I don't know if you've ever heard that. People don't like. Apparently, you don't want to say they cancel out in the middle because cancel out implies 0.
Yeah, so every time I told them cancel something, you write them 1. So like for example, like says, so most of students have this issue, and they say, oh yeah, like this, they cancel, so they get used to write down one. So that, because most of the time they go this, they say that answer is x minus 2.
Yes.
And then so when you write down one, they hold that in place. So you have to tell them to write down one next to it. If they get used to it for like 3-4 times, then they should.
Real quick, how do you feel? You giving full points? Or
Yeah,
you
of course.
Okay.
That's legitimate.
I would agree. To me, that's like a very minor distinction where I would say I don't care about that, and I would still give them full
But
points.
I'd much rather this than this.
Yes. I'm just making sure, so if once we get to rational functions, if they write that, I can either, if you actually do care about it, then I can say, okay, I'm gonna care about it, and
No, I'd rather to have this keep as a fraction.
yeah,
I'd rather than that has fraction going rather than anything else. But that's the part I'd rather than have.
but apparently Ollie's good about it. I'm gonna try to really hard.
So that way we totally don't cross up everything. Cross out every time you cross off something, write one to it, so it'd be 1 times 1 times 1.
Well,
And so
that's
it'd be 1.
instead of cancel, you're supposed to say like divides to be 1, or multiplies to be 1, or whatever. So I'm gonna try really hard for algebra and pre-calculus to like ingrain that into their head.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year.
So
you
this is
can
what
say
we
that.
this is what we would do. So I told them just mark it 1, and it's 1 over x minus 2, and that's what a textbook do. Another thing about textbook is like this: 2 minus x squared minus 4. So this is x plus 2, x minus 2. So it's really hard for them to understand this. It's not times this by a negative. It's a factor out of a negative. And even though it sounds the same. But
Yeah.
factoring is a very better way to do it. But usually people have problem with -1. And that's another type of problem people have problem with.
I feel like kids don't. I agree. Kids usually have a problem seeing this and realizing that you can factor out a negative because it just feels weird to do that. So then usually they just write this over this part and they're like, I'm done. I feel. You never do factor by grouping, do you?
I do. I'm on my test. You have to give it a both. Student you have to give it a box and yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna be grading this weekend, so I'll see how big of an issue this is. But usually, last year, kids didn't understand that this you can just factor out a 1, because usually they would just do this and they'd be like, I have no idea what this is, and then they would write that.
Or they write down 3x times x plus 2 times x. Which is that helps. Biggest, let's see.
I don't know what I'm ever gonna going to address this, but I think the other thing. Do you have an issue with like
serious?你现在在医院吗？你现在在医院吗？哎呀，呼吸困难，那怎么办？没有，我还没有回家，我不知道。OK，我现在就回去。那 Max 越来越严重吗？到现在挺好。过夜。That's crazy. 哦哦 OK，我现在回去。Somebody called.
Uh-oh. Have you had this issue before?
Huh?
Have you had this issue before?
What is that?
Well, like, this would be something from like Pascal's triangle, but like, they would do this part would be okay most of the time, but then here, they would cube it, but then they would just do -1.
Yeah, so
They didn't multiply it.
Oh, I didn't check in detail. Yeah, probably see a lot of those if I.
Because that's been the only thing where I don't know why you're doing that. I just
I'm
honestly,
you letting him make a lot of math.
Sometimes this one's way less common. They actually do this, but then they just don't know what multiplication is, I guess. And I don't know how to fix that either. Like sometimes they will put the parentheses, but then they just don't know what to do. They just see everything and they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm just like, so that's been like the only other thing where I'm like,
Oh, so many math mistakes.
me and Ollie, I think Ollie's a lot more gung ho about it, and if he actually is, I'll support him. But we're thinking hopefully maybe we can get Apex map.
For them.
What's Apex?
Apex is the program at the school where it's like the top. It's
Yeah, what is Apex math? I know what it is Apex.
Yeah, Apex. So it's like it'll be one teacher who only will teach Apex students. Meaning they won't teach non-Apex. Like the only kids in their math class.
Oh, like I used to teach in IB and only IB students.
Yeah.
Class.
And it's to make it more it's like
Actually, I don't know if that's a good idea, but
I honestly don't care about the one teacher thing. I think we just need a separation between the low kids and the not low
Yeah.
kids.
so like they would have for instance they
but I have a lot of non-Apex kids. That's really strong.
No. I think non-Apex kids can be strong, but right now the issue is, especially for the review, some of them get it very quickly because it's review for them, and they're fine, and they can get it very quickly. But then there's a lot of kids who don't, and they're suffering very poorly.
I experienced that last year.
Probably.
I was in all these so it's like it was a mix, but a lot of us would pick it up. Then there's like a couple kids who won't pick it up as quick. So then it's like a lot of us won't be able. If we answer questions to answer it, then we'll be like no one else knows what we're unless they actually understood.
I think it just hurts both kids because we're going too slow for the advanced kids and we're going too fast for the slow kids. And I think the kids who are behind could do well. They just need more time. Because like right now, me and Ollie are spending like a month on the review. For those kids, I think if we spent 2 months on it, they would be fine and do really well.
Yeah.
And I think for the other kids, we could do way harder problems and they would probably be okay with just the 1 month.
What I should do, just dump all the bad kids to all the lower level kids to pre-cal honors. And just kind of have a pre-cal honor, pre-cal track progressions. Like after test, dump all the kids on pre-cal honors. Pre-cal honor, there's some good kids move up, shuffle, and that's the most ideal.
I think some of the kids can still do AP pre-cal. They just need to.
No. I think it's actually better for them to not do it. I actually matter just some people like they feel constant flow will grow as they take their time through things. Now, if
No.
they don't wish to be there, just say, hey, you can take another year because not everybody needs easy cal, right?
Well, what I'm saying is, I think a lot of those kids could easily do calculus next year. They just need to slow down for pre-calc a bit and get the fundamentals down better. Because I think literally if we just slowed down for them, they would be fine and we could get through pre-calc just fine. They could get to you and they would be okay. They probably would be exceptional students, but they would probably be good.
I won't even mind to teach that class, to be honest. I would rather like me, I enjoy challenging. So they what they can do is they just leave me a section of no students and all the things that's not good, just dump into the class. And then I'll train them at exact same pace. But at least they are all the same level. I don't mind actually that's all the same level. I don't like people from fast and slow. I like everybody same level. And I can manage to bring them up.
No, that's what we're saying. Apex would be good to get the kids who are at a high level all in one.
Yeah, but not all the Apex kids are good at math too. Not necessarily true.
Yeah, probably not. But I hear it out.
True. Not necessarily true.
Because I think there's like right now, I think it's like 10 kids out of 30 who need to slow down. And I think if we did Apex, it could at least be 2 kids. And then I could at least point at those 2 kids and I could say, you're in Apex Math, get your shit together. Like, start working.
When I used to teach IB, they are like that. The only problem is like they cause like a rift. Like they feel like they are APAC kids, they're better than other people. And it's very annoying because I used to teach IB. IB student, honestly, there's some IB student not strong, but they think they are better. I'm like, no, you're not better. It's not IB student. You just in a classification that it's better, but you're not necessarily better. You are actually dumber in many ways. But yeah, but it's not.
See, I would partly agree with you, but we already have the Apex program, so.
Yeah.
We already have it.
So what they should have done, they should just dump all the back kid into the one class, and that's fine. Just give me all of those students. I'll teach them. I'll teach them for nothing. I don't care. I have experience enough to get through. If that's what you guys want to do, I can just get all the back kid into side. Just one free section, dump the kids all in. boom, bring them up. Right? It's better to have all the low kids than half high kids and half low kids. Or you can have a group all high kids, all low kids. Yeah, that's better. It depends on the level. So when
No, but like, I think me and Ollie would probably agree. At least I know I would. I would perfectly fine having a bunch of low level kids
yeah.
at an AP class because at that point I can at least.
No, I'm still gonna teach them AP class. I'm still gonna teach them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is if they're all low though, that's fine. They're all at the same level. We can take as much time as we need on something until we learn it and be okay. But right now it's like half of the kids are like sitting there like, okay, I did all this whole worksheet in 10 minutes. I have nothing to do. It's like, well, it would work for
like Luke Davis' brother. That's it there.
Yeah. Luke Davis' brother makes me look stupid.
Why?
Because I always make dumb, silly mistakes. He's always like, don't you mean this? And I'm like, you got me.
I have Luke Davis before in my account too. He made me feel stupid sometimes, so don't worry. That's very normal.
It doesn't help that he's in the first period. So I like just woke up. This is the first time I'm looking at any of this stuff because I don't do any of the prep. I'm just like Ollie already has it all from last year, and I'm just like taking that. Because last year when I did it, I was just going off the hip. I was just making stuff up as I went. So but Ollie actually has like worksheets and slides and notes and all that. So I'm just taking all that. So I'm going through it for the first time in first period. So I'll make like dumb mistakes here and there. And I always just like make silly mistakes as I do math. But usually he'll like point it out. You got me.
Oh, yeah, I like the tomato. Is it easy to work with?
Work with a brother. I imagine it's very similar.
Andy?
That's Andy.
Andy, right? Luke's brother?
Luke's brother is Andrew. I guess his nickname is Andy.
Yeah. I have him for my chemistry class.
With Waylon? What?
Yeah.
Everyone else kind of.
She's not a good teacher. She thinks because we're in Apex, like we're supposed to be better.
Get better.
No, it's not even about that. Her daughter's also. She's teaching her daughter also. And so like, it's like well, only upside I could say is that when her daughter has lots of homework, she feels guilty and doesn't want to give us homework. And I'm like, all right, yeah.
That's weak.
But like the class is
That's
easy.
so weak.
The class is so easy. She just gives us the way she does her assignments is that at each classwork assignment is worth 100 points. Or like if we do it interactive, it's worth 100 points. And the test is worth 100 points. But there's no weight.
One of the things I'm gonna have to teach my son next year. Oh my god, I'm gonna straight go like kid.
You going into calculus next year?
I'm gonna have bypass algebra 2.
So he's gonna do pre-calculus.
Yeah, he's gonna be pretty good. He's gonna come to my class. Because, huh?
Sure.
Yeah, because he's gonna be. It's kind of immature kid. He's immature. Well, I'm immature too, so. And that's why he's immature.
Me and Ollie are also immature. Ollie had a damn problem. It was a factor by grouping. It was something. It's something like that. So you have to factor out 2 p's. And when I did that for the first time as a lesson, I'm just thinking in my head, haha, PP.
No, you don't hear the things I say. Huh? No, my pre-calc class is fun actually. My pre-calc class today